the day. From Toronto, Canada, it's Week 18 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Toronto Thunderbirds taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Toronto ball club as they enter play here. They've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
The results are hard to argue. If there's a team better suited for the postseason right now, I don't know who they are.
Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And we are underway from Toronto. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some
I was just
snacks.
going to say.
That's where I go.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. On play action, they'll throw. A throw taken in by Tylan Wallace. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Thunderbirds take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. And now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. They'll look to throw. That's caught, and he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game. So pretty interesting. They get the opening drive touchdown. They wanted a little more. They were looking for 8, maybe something they thought about before the game started, I would imagine.
I think you're right about that. That's discussed in your staff meeting. A decision is made. I think the head coach has to blueprint it and say, yes, let's go ahead and do that. In this case, though, let's give some credit to the guys on defense. They gave up the touchdown, but found a way to regroup and keep them at the end zone for the 2-point play.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The throw over the middle taken in, and they're able to get this one across the 35. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A first down carry by Elliott. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10". They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd down now, it's Elliott, and this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott, and that is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 6-0 our score after 1. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 7 yards, the pickup there. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Well, kind of a quirk in the schedule. These two division rivals didn't see each other much of the year. Their first meeting was just a few weeks ago, back in Week 14, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
defenses always have a goal of holding a runner under 100 yards. Well, he went over 150 last week, won NFC Player of the Week award honors. And guess what? He's got a chance to do it again because of that vision he has. He sees holes that maybe don't exist. Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That'll be caught. Wallace hauls it in. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And quickly they get to the line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. With touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Thunderbirds are able to extend their lead. The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. So their 2nd touchdown of this first half, they went for 2 after score number 1. Didn't get it. Now they get the equalizer, so to speak.
So to speak, and you can understand the thinking. Because they didn't get it after the first score, they wanted to get back to a normal points pattern, get up to 14. But just think, if they missed it here, they're only up 12-0. 1 extra point on the other side could ultimately beat you if they score twice.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. 2nd drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. On play action, Prescott. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Over the middle, complete. That's Schultz. Still fighting for more. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. And this one quickly to Lamb. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the red zone now, Prescott. And he'll go right back to Lamb. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
And these two hooked up on a nice gain to play before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him. The reward, there's a touchdown. It's complete.
CeeDee Lamb with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Here's a 2nd and 7. Escaping the pressure right. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up in the Meadowlands. Miami in town to take on the New York Football Giants. And they are just about ready to head to halftime with the Dolphins on top. Jalen Waddle, a touchdown reception. From there, we move to Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City to see what's going on with the Chiefs. And they've gone to the half with the lead over the visiting Bills. Patrick Mahomes, a touchdown pass in that first half. Lastly, let's head to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. See what's happening with the Bengals. In that game, level, as they take on the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They go to Elliott again.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On first down, it's Elliott, and that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Here's Prescott. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll make it a 2nd down. To the air again, Prescott. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They'll run on first down. Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott.
He'll get this to Elliott.
And out of bounds right around the 20. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a 4th down?
Seibert's kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And with the day he's having, as we look at some of these highlights, maybe he wants to duplicate this pregame meal next week.
Whatever it is, guaranteed he will ask for the exact same thing each and every week as long as he continues to run like that. Sometimes it's that simple, partner.
Yeah. And you know how superstitious these guys can be.
Oh, there's no doubt, right? If you put your left sock on first and you have this kind of game, you'll keep doing it. In this case, let's investigate that pregame meal. We might need some of that.
Yeah, right. It's working. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And He'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
146 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. Becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year.
And the Thunderbirds are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. But that makes this a 2-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, that's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. Prescott on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
From the 44, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Room here to run. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw pulled in by Lamb.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Now Dak.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 24-17. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. So a 7-point game. They'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is now lost.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got the first down inside the 10 and out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That one on the guard, Cesar Ruiz. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Hands it off out of the gun. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. Now they try the right side here. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. One last shot now for Prescott. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.